Hello, wonderful person, this is Anton, and I have a question for you. Do you enjoy space games? Do you enjoy difficult strategy games? Do you not care about graphics? In that case, I have a game just for you. This is actually one of my most favorite space games, strategy games, and 4X games in existence, and this game is called Distant World Universe. I'm gonna tell you about this game today, and if you enjoy it, it's actually on sale right now, and it usually does come on sale because it's a little bit older. And so let's check it out together, and I'll tell you why it's so awesome. Anyway, welcome to What the Math. So what exactly is Distant Worlds Universe? Well, it's a game similar in a sense to Civilization. It's similar to games like Stellaris. It's a space game where you do 4X things, like, you know, explore, expand, exterminate, and what's the fourth X? I think it's exploit. Yeah, that's right, exploit. Anyway, so it's a game where the strategy gets really complex and you have to do a lot of things, you have to do a lot of management, but unlike other space games that I've played before, and I've actually played Distant World Universe for quite a long time, I just haven't really taken a look at it in a while. Anyway, so unlike other games, what's beautiful about this game is that it automates everything for you in the beginning. And so you choose what you want to play manually. So if I go to options here, and by the way, this game is ridiculously complex, like it's mind-blowing how complex it is. There's quite a lot of settings you can change, but one setting specifically here allows you to basically change automation. So you can either choose to automate everything as you learn in the game, which you probably should because it does get really complex, or you can go crazy and make everything manual and choose to control absolutely everything by yourself. Now we're going to start a new game. I'm going to show you what this all looks like, and just before we start, like I said, the graphics here are going to be a little bit wonky. This is an older game. This particular version was released in 2014, but the actual title, Distant Worlds, has been around for quite a while. And so it doesn't look super good, but if you don't care about graphics, this is a must-have. Anyway, so there's 6 different eras to choose from, and this basically, it's a bit of a storyline that you may want to read about, but I'm just gonna go with standard Empire here. And you can choose between all of these races. There's several races to choose from. Let's just go for humans, I guess. You can also choose the type of political government that you have, and I'm gonna go for Republic. This is all just random for now. And I'm just gonna go for the biggest possible galaxy with the biggest sectors, and you can choose the shape of the galaxy too. So let's go for the elliptical, so it actually looks like the Milky Way. Difficulty is also, you can change that as well, but honestly, this game is already difficult, so if it's your first time playing, I would suggest normal. Anyway, let's start the game. It will take a few minutes to load because I'm actually, you know, I'm selecting a big galaxy, but let me show you how incredible this actually is. And so here we go. We're gonna start the game. It tells you about your victory conditions, it tells you about who you are, and we're gonna start playing. And here's the beauty of this game. You don't actually start from scratch, unlike in games like, you know, Civilization, where you just start with a settler. Here, things are already going on. Other empires have already grown. There's a lot of things going on. There's like pirates flying around. This is already a universe in progress. Now, your empire right now can do just fine without you. You don't have to really do anything. You can just relax, drink some tea, and watch things grow. But as you learn this game, you may want to start doing things a little bit manually. Like, for example, right now, all of my research that's right here is automated. But if I really wanted to learn more about research, I can actually turn it off and jump into this ridiculously complex tree of research that has a tremendous amount of things. The research tree here is very, very, very big. It will take quite a while to understand what to learn, what to research first and what to focus on. So I normally, at least for the first few games, just automate it because your AI here is actually pretty good and it will do a good job at controlling things. Same thing for designs. Like if you don't really know what you're doing yet, maybe, just maybe, it's a good idea to just let the computer handle this for now until you learn what to do. So you can turn it off and you can actually go ahead and start making your own spacecraft, your own designs, and you can sort of create your own spaceships here by, you know, let's just say I want to make a destroyer. And it will tell me what to add. Okay, I have to add one of these things, I have to add one of these things, and then a life support, and so on and so forth. So the actual game teaches you things by first doing everything for you. And as you become more comfortable with the game, as you actually learn to play it a little bit better, you can start doing things manually, making things more manual as opposed to automated. So that's basically the starters. Everything else here is very typical of Space 4X games. Like you have the construction of your spacecraft, construction on the planet surface, which you can open by going to, I think, the build panel right here by right-clicking on the planet. You can also recruit troops. You can recruit spacecraft. You can assign mercenaries. Ooh, we have an event. And look at that, we've discovered a new material. We have discovered marble. Excellent. This is discovered on our own planet. And so this actually is a good segue to the other complex part of this game, the economy. The economy here is ridiculously complex, and I love every moment of it. So, okay, first, this is the galaxy where we are. And I'm going to show you how big this is in a second. But essentially, the way this game works is very similar to how real world sort of worked during the colonial era. You're going to be focusing on planets and regions of space where you can get as much resources as possible, and then you're going to try to protect those resources. So in this game, you will never be able to colonize everything. You will never be able to try to destroy everyone, and you will very likely not want to do that. You will actually want to focus on resources and controlling certain regions of space. You'll then be able to trade those resources. Like, for example, right now it says lead right here. Well, we don't really know of any other systems because we haven't explored the galaxy yet, but as we explore the galaxy, we'll uncover these regions where you can actually find these materials, occupy them, mine them, and use them for creation of things, but also use them for trade. And so this is essentially the essence. Essentially the essence? Yeah, essentially the essence of this game. Let me zoom out. So this is our main planet. As you can see, it's already moving around the sun. You always start on a randomly generated object. Sometimes it's going to be a moon. Sometimes it's going to be just a object somewhere else. It might even be... Oh, look at that. This moon is actually moving against the flow. Interesting. It's moving in the opposite direction. It's retrograde motion. You might even start on a gas giant if you play certain civilizations. And your home star will always be different as well. So everything here has a lot of information about it. So every system has random events. Every system has a lot of really cool things going on. When you start the game, your empire is already sort of, it's already developed. It's already able to explore space. So you'll have colonies on different planets. Like in this case, I think I have a colony right here. Or actually, sorry, that's my bad. There's nothing constructed here yet, but I can totally construct either a mining station here that will basically mine stuff for me, or I can construct a energy research station, or, well, okay, I can't colonize this because this is a volcanic world, but yeah, you can build things on these planets. You can actually just queue things up, and the way this works in the beginning is, since everything is automated just for now, I can just click this, like, so I can go in here and say, okay, give me one of these things. I want this built here. And so the AI will actually construct a proper spacecraft. It will use, oh, hello. It will use the materials needed for this and build it by itself. But technically, if you want to play manually, you would have to do everything manually. All right, so what do we have here? All right, well, this is actually very interesting. Right away, and this is just to show you how difficult this game actually can get. Right away, I'm being attacked by what seems to be pirates that are asking for protection money. And if I say no thank you, I'm gonna go discuss with them. Can I buy information? Oh, I can, okay. So they actually want to sell me stuff, but anyway, so they're very likely going to attack me now. And I didn't really build any ships yet, so I might be in trouble here. Yeah, they're coming to attack us. There they are. So let's zoom in I'm going to show you how this works. This is how the battles are. It's all in real time. There's no turn-based strategy anywhere. But basically all of the battles are in real time. I don't have any spacecraft. So they're going to very likely... Yep, pirates raided. They raided my planet and they stole stuff. Fine. Fine. So I need to start building up spacecraft. I'm going to actually go into here and build a defensive base because I definitely need one, maybe even two. And I may also want to buy a construction ship here just because we need to start constructing things a little bit more conveniently. Oh, okay, did not expect that. Did not expect that. I actually forgot that they can shoot down objects that are being constructed. But we can actually possibly even... accelerate the construction here, but I think they actually flew away, so it's not important anymore. The fact that this event happened gave one of our characters some sort of a trait. I didn't really see what it was, but I think it's strategist. And so yeah, this actually brings me to the next part. There's characters here. There's actual people and generals and spies and admirals that you can assign to different locations. And sometimes you'll actually care about them. They have names, they have families, they have life. Anyway, the game is super complex. These guys are still here, actually. No, they're doing some pillaging down there. Anyway, we're gonna actually start building up the system a little bit. But yeah, let me take you to the other planets, or I guess other parts of the system. So this is just our solar system right here. This is our beginning, and this is where our empire sort of is expanded to so far. But as you play this game, you will start colonizing new worlds, you'll start exploring new stars, you'll start discovering new things, and slowly, piece by piece, planet by planet, star by star, you'll discover new and new areas. And look how incredibly big this place is. This is a very, very large system. It's a very large galaxy. In most of my games, I'm usually able to colonize maybe, I don't know, 5 to maybe 10% before things get a little bit too hectic. But this game is super, super fun, super complex. And here's actually footage from the actual trailer just to show you how complex the battles can actually get. Now, I'm gonna play a little bit. I'm gonna try to build up the system. I'm still gonna make this a little bit automated, actually, just because I want this to go really fast. And actually, here comes the automation part that I really like about this game. Advisors are telling me that I really should consider building new ships. They're telling me, well, listen, you need these ships. You should really consider building them. Now, it's not going to do it for me, or actually it might if you choose to automate that too. But it's basically saying, well, we have this proposition for you. You really should build these ships, but you might be lacking a construction yard for them. So you need to go and build a construction yard. So this is actually how the game teaches you how to play this. We're going to wait for the construction yard to complete building to be completed, and we're going to actually construct these ships that we need to build. And so let's actually choose maybe a few of these, because I want to be able to protect myself from those pirates. Okay, this is going to be kind of expensive, so maybe let's go for one for now. And let's go ahead and build that. So we're going to try to construct those ships, and we're going to wait for them to be completed, and then find those pirates that attacked us and get some vengeance on them. It's going to get some revenge. Meanwhile, let's actually see if this gas giant actually has something really cool for us to either colonize or to, what was that? Or to essentially, new pirates. Okay, new pirates are coming. Either to colonize or to build a mine on, because I would like to have more credits, and I would like to be able to make more money. And just so happens that a few minutes later, I found a new empire by the name of Shandar Utopia, and they're actually offering me a free trade agreement. I am totally going to take this, and I'm totally going to make more money now. Now, as you can see, I've built up a little bit more, and I did actually change a few things here and there in the game, just to make this a little bit, just to make this go a little bit quicker. And we now have a few more things here, like we've discovered these ruins that will give us some kind of a knowledge that will increase our research capability. And we also have quite a lot of new ships here. We're also exploring the system. I believe one of my explorer ships is on the way to a new system that we're going to hopefully colonize soon. And essentially, this is how you're going to start your empire. It's not going to be easy. You're going to struggle quite a lot, but it's going to be super, super, super fun. As you can see, there's already a lot of activity going on in the system. There's all these freighters flying around. There's mining going on. There's trading going on. I'm not controlling most of it because I do like to automate some things. But if you're one of those people that need to basically have a really detailed control of everything, this is a game for you. This game allows you to do just that, or you can automate absolutely everything. Now, we also have our first fleet formed. It currently has 6 ships, and its total power is 173 powers. It also has troops that can invade planets, but I can select it and I basically can order it around, tell it to go and destroy something, tell it to go attack someone, and maybe I'll do just that if I find someone to destroy. Like, for example, right here, there's that, you know, that empire that was nice to me. Why don't we go and attack them? Because why not? So we've now set attack target at that ship, and we'll go and basically destroy them, and you'll get to see what the combat is like. It's actually kind of fun. You don't really control ships directly. Most of the battles will take place in real time, and the only thing you can change is essentially... Oh, they flew away. They escaped me. No, they ran away. But yeah, most of the battles take place in real time, and hopefully I'll get to show it to you before the end of the video. But let's actually just expand a little bit more, construct more ships. As you can see, my advisors are telling me what to do, and I'm taking their advice because normally AI here is pretty good. Now I'm setting all of my exploration ships on exploration of nearby systems in this sector. So they're basically going to be doing this for me automatically, and you can kind of see that I think one of them is somewhere on the way to this system, I believe. I just saw it a second ago. Yeah, there it is. It's slowly moving toward that other system. Now, we don't really have good engines yet, so it will take him quite a while to get there. But once we invent engines that can move faster than light, I guess, or just faster in general, we'll be able to reach those systems relatively quick. So, in the beginning of the game, you're kind of stuck to your own solar system, of course, but as you progress, you'll get better and better, and you'll uncover new areas. Now, if you've ever played Slytherin's other games, like for example the Command games, you'll know exactly what this circle represents. This is the so-called radar. This is for you to see your enemies and so on and so forth. And this is also a way to complicate this game even further, because you cannot detect enemies unless they're in that circle. Anyway, now we're still not done with research in hyperdrive technology, so we're still not there with in terms of being able to create ships that can travel faster than light, but we're getting there a little bit closer and closer there. So let's actually just wait for things to essentially complete. And here we go, we actually found the first exoplanet that we can colonize successfully. Now we're going to construct a colony ship ASAP and send it here so we can actually claim this particular solar system for ourselves. It's in this region right here, very close to us, so we can actually build up our colony or our empire using at least this planet to start with, because it does have really, really good conditions for us to colonize it. So let's actually create necessary spacecraft and begin the colonization process. The other systems don't look as promising, unfortunately. They look really pretty. This one has a nebula. But other than mining, we can't really build anything useful here until we get some more research. And this one we haven't really uncovered yet, but I don't think we'll be able to find anything there either, because these colonizable planets are not very common in this game. It's kind of difficult to usually find them. Anyway, so our empire is doing pretty good. A lot of activity, a lot of mining, a lot of profits. Our home planet, as you can see, is very busy. There's a lot of trading going on. There's all these different species that come into trade with us. And this is essentially what the game is like in a nutshell. Now, the other ships you see here, this is our fleet. My fleet has actually expanded a little bit, I believe. There's currently 9 ships in it. And I can totally move it around and attack other ships with it. But we're not going to do that yet because we made some friends and we want to keep it that way. And well, this right here is the essence of this game. It's really, really fun. It's really, really complex. There's always stuff going on. It does get crazy and absolutely hectic at times, but I honestly love it so much. Even if you actually end up losing your main planet, there's always a way for you to survive, to relocate to another planet, to start everything from scratch, and then to come back and destroy the perpetrators that cause you to lose your main planet. Now that I actually have this planet here, I can totally turn this into my main world and possibly end up constructing some amazing new home 2.0 for our species. As you can see, there's quite a lot of places for us to discover, quite a lot of mysteries to uncover, lots of events, lots of other races to either battle or join and become friends with, and we've discovered one that's actually right there. And all in all, this game is probably one of my most favorite 4X games, so if you love space games, if you love strategy games, if you love complexity yet, you know, something that can be automated if it gets too complex, this is it. This is the game for you. It's used to be very expensive, now it's actually on sale, and even when it's not on sale, it's still relatively affordable. Anyway, give Distant World Universe a try, because I honestly think you will not be able to find a better game. Stellaris is pretty close to complexity of this game, but I sometimes think that this particular title is actually even better than Stellaris. Other than that, that's all I wanted to show you in this video. I wanted to give you my opinion about what Distant Worlds Universe is. Why you should maybe consider buying it and playing it, and why, even though it's an older title, it's still actually one of the best space strategy games out there. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. come back tomorrow to learn something else. Maybe watch me play a video game. Or maybe we'll just talk about some stuff. I'll teach you some really amazing things about space sciences or math. And anyway, space out. See you guys later. And as always, bye-bye. And in the meanwhile, I really want to attack something. I'm going to take my fleet and I'm going to go strike at someone. I'm going to attack the ship right here, just so I can actually show you what battles look like. And I'm so sorry, ship, but I just totally destroyed you. That didn't even take that long. There's more ships coming. Attack them all. Destroy them all. Destroy them, my dear, my wonderful, my awesome spacecraft. So as you can see, it's actually kind of interactive, and it's surprisingly fun. Anyway, we can totally move these ships around, just like in games like StarCraft, I guess. Older StarCraft, StarCraft 1. And as you can see, they're now afraid to even come to our planet because I totally scared them off. Probably not the best idea. Probably not the best idea. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye-bye.